The Chicago Bulls season is set to kick off next week. So let's talk about it, people, and give a little preview and my prediction for the Bulls this upcoming season. So what is going on, y'all? Phosphorus all back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA here to talk about the Chicago Bulls. So if you're a Bulls fan, please hit that subscribe button down below. Please make sure you are following me on my social media platforms. Guys, as always, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so let's take a quick break from the debacle that is the Chicago Bears and focus on the hardwood with the Chicago Bulls. Now, the situation isn't much better because the Chicago Bulls are not a championship contender. But hey, at least this is a competent team that is going to be competitive. And that's more than you can say for the Bears right now. All right. So with that being said, taking a look at the Bulls here this year. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. There's a reason I probably haven't put out as much Bulls content to kind of, kick off the year as I usually have in years past. And that's just because there isn't as much hype for me with this team as in years past. I mean, we've seen the story over again the past couple of seasons, the past 2 years. Like this same iteration, the same core has been run back again, and again. And so this year, again, we are running back with the big three of DeMar, Zach, and Vooch. And could this be the last iteration? Probably should be. And so we kind of know what the ceiling is with this group. And so that's kind of where I, get a little discouraged, if you will, when I think about the potential for the team. Because, look, we really didn't make many offseason additions. Now, the additions we did, I liked, but they weren't game-changing ones. Let's talk about the two additions that we had, the two major ones, signing point guard Javon Carter from the Milwaukee Bucks and signing forward Torrey Craig from the Phoenix Suns. Those were the two big additions, and I believe they will help us because we're talking about two-way players who are good three-point shooters that will potentially start for this team or at worst certainly help off the bench, but they're not making you championship contenders. And what's the goal at the end of the day? It's to win a title. Are you closer to a title today than you were yesterday? And with the Chicago Bulls, I feel like they're right where they were before, as in last season, and that's right where they are now heading into this next season. And so, again, I like the additions of Javon Carter and Torrey Craig, but until you have your own guys make that leap to a star level, to a superstar level, you are going to still be in this mid-range of the Eastern Conference, right? What have I said in years past? Somebody from the core has to take a leap. Probably multiple people for you to become a contender. Zach LaVine needs to turn into an MVP candidate. Patrick Williams needs to develop into an all-star. Kobe White needs to develop into an all-star. Like, you need that growth from certain players in order to make that leap. Otherwise, you're just going to stay in this territory here that you've been the past couple of seasons. And last year, the Bulls were a play-in team. Right, we're a playing team. We lost to Miami Heat, which, funny enough, they went all the way to the NBA Finals. So if we beat them, who knows? But we lost to Miami Heat. We couldn't even get to the regular playoffs. And, that's pretty much what the story was for the Bulls last season. And so this season, as much as I'd like to be optimistic, we have to be realistic. What are the teams that are definitively above the Chicago Bulls? Well, right off the top, the Milwaukee Bucks, to me, probably the championship favorite with the addition of Damian Lillard, are at the top of the conference. Then you got the Milwaukee Bucks, who added Jrue Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. I know they lost a few players, but certainly they are also the cream of the crop. So those two teams definitively better than the Chicago Bulls. You can't ever count out the Sixers. I know the whole drama with James Harden is like just getting super annoying, but they still have Joel Embiid, who won MVP last year, and the team should still be very competitive. So you got the Sixers there. You got the Heat, who made it to the NBA Finals last year and represented the Eastern Conference. And then you got the Cavs, who I know they flamed out in the first round to the Knicks, but this is still a very talented team. So those are 5 teams that you could probably say are definitively better than the Bulls. And then there's a set of teams that the Bulls could be grouped in that could be, kind of above or below them. Right? We just talked about the Knicks, who beat the Cavs in the playoffs last year. The Knicks are still going to be competitive. Then you got the Brooklyn Nets, who made a late push with Mikal Bridges last year. Then you got the Atlanta Hawks with Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, and that crew. You also have the Orlando Magic with Paolo Banchero making a leap, and he was fantastic last year. So it's this like group in that back half. And I didn't even talk about other teams like the Pacers, teams like the Wizards, but I don't think they'll be that good. So the Bulls kind of fit into that, past 6 mark in the Eastern Conference. So you're looking at, again, a 6 through 10 playoff play-in team. That's essentially what the ceiling is for this team. And obviously no Lonzo Ball again this year because he is going to be out with that injury. And so, it just kind of puts a bad picture into, the overall frame that we want to look at with this team. And that's why it's been so hard to get hyped for them. Now, I'm still going to watch this team, still going to support them. I'm a Bulls fan for life, and I love the Bulls. But I really, really hope that we go and pick a direction, either at the deadline or in the offseason. Like, I hope this team does well and somehow we surprise everybody. And, hey, you never know until you know with the games being played. But I'm just being realistic here. At the deadline, if we are who we thought we are, which is, again, a fringe playoff team, a play-in team, maybe it might be time to make some moves here, pick a direction, whether that's rebuilding or going all in. Do what you got to do, AK and ME, VP of Basketball Operations and General Manager, Mark Eversley and Arturas Karnishevas. They got to pick a direction, man, because I'm just tired of being this fringe playoff team. And, yeah, it's just not good enough for me. Let's tear it down. Let's do a rebuild if we need to. But, yeah, this season, they're going to give it one more go. I think Torrey Craig is going to be a good addition. And he probably will eventually start over Patrick Williams because he just brings so much energy, man. In the preseason, he's been great. Blocking shots, stealing, providing the defensive prowess, and just energy that P. Will doesn't bring. Same thing with Javon Carter with some good three-point shooting, on-ball defense. You got Alex Caruso. So defensively, they did upgrade. Offensively, let's hope some guys take a leap. Will Patrick Williams make that leap? Will Kobe White start at point guard? He has been in the preseason. Will he take that leap this season? We'll see, man. So overall, still excited, but the excitement gets dampened a little bit because I know the ceiling for this team. So let me know what you guys think, man. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts on the Chicago Bulls and this upcoming season as always. Thanks for watching.